I want to do a subathon so bad, but it's not letting me. It's seriously not letting me. Like, I have everything that I need. I mean, literally everything that I need except for one thing. And that's a timer to automatically count up or count down. I have everything else. I just do not have the timer, y'all, and that's what sucks the most. Like, literally, I cannot stand the fact that I do not have a timer for that. Like, that's crazy. Yo, there we go. Kens loves you says hi. First one in on this one, anyways. Rebecca says hi. Thank you so much for joining back in, y'all. Dude, y'all have went insane on that one video. Oh my gosh, the bullying baldy one. What happened? I went and I switched from my computer to my phone. Granted, I won't be able to see any like sub counts or anything like that. On my computer, I could see the sub counts, but here I can't. I want to do a subathon so bad, but my computer will not let me go and do its deal, which is crazy. I don't like it. It's a bummer. No, I'm not sick. I've just been up long hours of working at Walmart. It says, are you sick? I feel sick. A little sick. Just a little. It says, yo, bro. What's good, Bobby? How we doing, man? But yes, y'all, I want to do a subathon so bad. I want to do it so bad. I so badly want to do a subathon. It's not even funny. But y'all have revealed so many deals. So many deals. True Monster, it's been a while since I've seen you. You changed your profile picture, didn't you? It looks like you changed your profile pic. That's pretty cool. I do remember you. You were here for me for whenever I was on my 400s, man. You were a real OG. Yeah, I appreciate you. But yeah, dude, oh my gosh, y'all. Like, honest to God. Shoot. I want to do a subathon. Like I said, I want to do a subathon so bad. I have everything except for the timer. Every single thing except for the timer, y'all. All I need is the timer. If I had the timer, we would be doing a subathon right now, where every subscriber would give me an extra minute. I would do a minute extra for each subscriber. Like, I just need help figuring it out on my computer. If I can figure it out on my computer, then I'll be all right, and then I'll know that everything will be good. But no, God forbid I actually do something good. Like I said, I want to do a subathon so bad. Gotta go in a few minutes. Oh man, you're good. I understand. I appreciate it though. I appreciate you joining in, coming in on this live, man. It always helps out a lot. It really, really does. Always appreciative of everybody who can give me just a little bit of their time. So this one will just be a regular live. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be like an hour long or whatnot. After the hour long of being, that'll be it. Until I can figure out how to do a subathon. Once I can do a subathon, then it'll be hours upon hours, and it'll be great. This is Brandon. How are you feeling? I'm feeling a little bit better than I was the last live stream that I did. It's not bad. I'm just getting used to switching from daytime to nighttime. It's a lot, but it is what it is. Yo, Celeste Olivera, something like that says this. Yo, Ghoul says I'm back. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? It says I just joined. I appreciate you joining. If you're new to this, I read everybody's comments, and on top of that, I do a lot of YouTube shorts. Very rarely do I do long form videos, but it is what it is. It says sorry, I'm from Brazil. You're good. It says good you, man. I can't complain. Even if I did, nobody would listen. I'm just trying to get a subathon going, y'all. I want a subathon so bad, but I seemingly can't get it because my computer tends to not let me do so. So, is it hard to say my name? Yes, it is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's very hard to say your name. I'm not going to lie to you. It really is. Spreading reads every comment. He's 19, turning 20 in a couple days. He's not getting, single. Yes, it says, anyways, what are you doing? I'm just doing a live, y'all. That's all I'm doing. I will be promoting donations one time, though. One time a year I promote donations, and that's going to be in tomorrow's stream, y'all. In tomorrow's stream. Yeah, I am single. I know. It says okay. But yes, y'all, donations will be much appreciated tomorrow because tomorrow's my birthday, guys. Whoa! Tomorrow's my guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. It says hi. Love that, bro. But yes, y'all. Dude, y'all went insane. What time will I stream? That's a good question. I'll probably stream mid-morning. By mid-morning, I mean like 1, 2 o'clock, probably. It says I'm on a plane to Brazil, and I'm excited that I'm going back home. It's always good to go back home. It really is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really is. It says happy early birthday. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Be sure y'all join in for tomorrow's stream. It's gonna be a blast. I cannot wait to read y'all's happy birthday comments. It's gonna be so awesome. It says I had schools at those times. How about I push you back till 3? Would that work? Bro says you're welcome. 12 up in chat. Y'all have destroyed that one video. Bullying Baldy. Dude, that got over 70,000 views. 70,000 views. What are y'all doing? 70,000 views on one video. Oh, I got over 245 subscribers on that, y'all. Says, can I get a shout out? It's my birthday. Congratulations to you. Shout outs to Really Cruz. It's your birthday. Shout outs to you. Congratulations on that. We love that. What time is it for you? It is 2:57 for me. Says, sorry, I've got to go. Bye. You have happy early birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. NHL guy says, hi, what's up, my dude? How are we doing? It looks like this is your first time in stream. I ain't never seen you before, and if I have, I'm sorry for overlooking you. But yeah, what's up, y'all? Dude, I can't believe that we actually got over 70,000 views on a video. 3's good. It says, oh, you're 2 hours behind, and 3's good. All right, bet. That'll work. Yeah, besides, 3 o'clock is whenever a lot of y'all are on anyways, so I'll just do it at 3. Do it from 3 o'clock to that. Diabolic Native says, is it okay to call you attractive? I mean, you can, but, I mean, don't take it too far. Huh. It says, I gotta go by. You're good. It says, okay, deal. Also, what did you mean by 2 p.m. for you? Oh, I'm just saying it's 2:58 right now for me. Is what time it is currently. But yes, y'all, that would be so awesome to do a subathon. I want to do that so bad. My watch hours are going to go up like crazy, y'all, just because of that one video. Like I said, Bullying Baldy is insane. That is literally my #1 video. It says, oh, okay, then 3 is amazing. Yes, it's 3:58 for me right now. We love that. Look, we'll be able to get a lot of people in. Braxton Greenwood says, please show me some support. Okay. What's up, Braxton? It says same. Yes. Like I said, 3 o'clock will work. I may do 2:30. That'll be the earliest I do, though. I'm not going to lie to you. 2:30 is going to be the earliest I do. But honestly, it is what it is. Moses, please, it says... So, what are we doing, guys? We're just reading comments, y'all, and y'all are just posting. I'm just reading those as well. Do I like Trump? Yes, I voted for Donald Trump. It says, Jesus loves you. He absolutely does. It says, I have school at 2. That's fine. I'll do it for 2:30, probably. After that is good. Like I said, I'll do 2:30. I don't mind. It says, don't think I'm not here. I'm like Batman. I hide in the shadows. What's up, family, dude? How are we doing, man, in this wonderful stream? So glad you can make it back and join in with us. Y'all, I cannot believe that we got 245 new people into our squad, y'all. No, I don't necessarily care for them. It says, your profile says different. What you mean my profile says different? Yo, says what's good? What's up, y'all? Alania says hello. Y'all, we have got some people in this stream today. I'm enjoying that. I really am. Thank you so much. It says his profile is Joker. It says, please, dude, can I have some money, man? Please, man. I just want to. I want to see what that says. Beat YouTube creative on 2 bro to afford a PC. That sucks, bro. Says I'm doing good, Brendan. Hope you and Chet are doing wonderful. It's this fine day. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely doing phenomenal on this fine day. I have 3 days off this week. So thankful for that. And every week to come after that, I will have every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. I am so thankful for that, y'all. It says hi. It says, hey, hi. Just a quick question. Do I like Trump? Yes, I do. I voted for Donald Trump. It says, bro, I just need $100. You act like I'm famous, bro. Ha, I'm not famous. Yes, I like Trump. I absolutely do. I voted for him. And for those of you who don't like it, I'm so sorry for that. But, ooh, somebody's at the door. What's up? Yeah. I got this going. I mean, it's not a subathon by any means, but I mean, it's a regular live.
Oh.
Yeah, it is what it is. It says you are now. It says I'm new. Appreciate you joining in the chat. We got 8 going on so far. Why? What you need?
Nothing. I was just letting you know where we're at.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's you?
Yeah.
What color is it?
White.
Bro, you know the PTSD that I'm going to have flooding back into my mind from that?
There's like a gray strip across the...
No, I'm still going to have PTSD from that. Do you hear me? Y'all, chat, y'all. My mom just unlocked the story, okay? Y'all finally get to hear a story. Y'all finally get to hear a story. And it's going to be such a blast.
Here comes Dad.
Oh, okay.
He's right here.
Well, we'll wait. Let's see here. It says, who's at the door? This is my mom. It says me too. It says what? It says hi. It says who is that? It's my mom. Uh-oh. Raised a wonderful kid. It says, how are you? It says, sorry, I'm cussing. What? Happy early birthday. Appreciate that. Thank you. It says, what's up? It says, is it your mom? Yes, it is. It says, hi. It says, Casey, I gotta go see you tomorrow. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. It says, sup, bro? Juani's here. Nice. Reed says, hi. But yeah, y'all, funny story, okay? Funny story from back in the day. I kid you not. From, like, the time that I was from 13 to 15, bro. 13 to 15. It says, what a dude. It says, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Frank. Shout-outs to you. Let me see here. It says, amen. It says, Jesus Christ loves you. Absolutely does. I appreciate that. It says, hi again. But, yeah, I have this wonderful story to tell. Isn't D says, hello. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah, so from whenever I was, from the time of 13 to 15, about 13 to 15, 13, 14 actually, 13, 14 years old, my dad had this white Avalon, okay? He had this white Avalon. Okay? And when he had this Avalon, this dude was going insane back in the day. He's changed. He's a changed man now. Okay, he's a wonderful dad. Wouldn't say anything different. But let me tell you something. Whenever he went and he had this white Avalon, this dude was always drunk. He was always hammered. And bro would go and he would drive in the streets. And bro would literally go and straight up would drive in a lane that did not exist. Bro, I had so many experiences with the white Avalon that we used to have, and it was like, oh my gosh, so many bad memories from my dad hitting the door from Walmart. Whenever we'd be walking out of Walmart, he'd hit the door and say sorry, ma'am, because he was so inebriated. And then we would also go and we would have different things like that, and the car would just be going and gone, and I would always come home and have such traumatic experiences with this white Avalon. And lo and behold, today they had to go and get they had to get an Avalon today. So they went and they got an Avalon, and it's white, so it's gonna bring back a lot of memories to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. But yes, shout outs to Jania Kinesis, however you say that name, I'm sorry. It says from Japan here, nice. Thank you for joining. It says hi. It says you were like 0.2 nanoseconds faster than me. There, Brandon, right? It says near death experience is crazy. It really is. It says where you skip. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. I laugh at it nowadays, but I mean back then I really was scared. Especially whenever he get out of the pool and then he start chasing me. That was funny. And then also, too, whenever he would go and he'd get on a four-wheeler and about run me over. Thank God we had a trampoline. I could jump on that back then. But, yeah, y'all, I have a lot of funny stories about that. But, Lord, like I said, when I say I shouldn't be here, I should not be here. Like, it's actually insane. It says near-death experience is crazy. It really is. This is crazy, bro. And it says, hey, bro, I'm back. Appreciate you joining back in. It says, do I have a can of beans you could show us? I actually do. There's my can of beans, right? I actually do have a can of beans to show you, which is crazy. Let me see here. It says, yeah, were you scared? Yeah, I was. I'm not going to lie to you. I was. Scared the mess out of me. Often at times. Often at times I didn't know if I was going to make it home in one piece or not. But you know what? It is what it is. So cool beans, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool beans, bro. We got to have cool beans. But yeah. Yeah, that was the days. That was the days, y'all. But it is what it is. It happens. It happens. It says, I fell from a tree branch from 7 meters off of the ground and broke my elbow, and that's all. Your 90s kids are just built different, I think. No joke. It says, what's poppin', bro? What's good, gamer? How are we doing? Nice to see you in a stream. How are we doing today? I see that this is your first time joining in. Thank you so much for joining in, y'all. But now that we have 11 people, yeah, we had that crazy Avalon story. Crazy Avalon story. Like I said, I will never forget. Now now the city has a wonderful ordeal. The city that we passed through. Yeah, the city that we passed through, it goes, and it had 2 lanes whenever he was doing this kind of stuff. And no joke, he would go on the 3rd lane. There was no such thing as the 3rd lane. He would go into the shoulder, and I would be able to reach my hand out and hit the mailboxes if I needed to. But now, guess what? Now the city that we passed has 3 lanes. It's like he knew it was coming. It was hilarious. It really was. So do I listen to Never Army? No, I do not. It says, one more story, please. It says, what are we all talking about? For once, I'm talking about a story that whenever my dad had a white Avalon, okay? We had a white Avalon back in the day. And with this great Avalon, there were so many stories attached to it, with my dad being all inebriated and everything, going out of the store and all of that. He'd hit the doorpost and he'd say, excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry. He would walk and he'd pass out. Sometimes he'd be out on the floor. Sometimes he would be out and about. Sometimes he wouldn't even show up and come home. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, whenever he was gone, he was gone. Like, bro was out of it. I'm just telling a story about my dad and how he used to be inebriated. Of course, he has a changed life now, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it was like, you got to be kidding me. But yeah, he would always go and he would always do that kind of stuff and whatnot. And there would be times that I'd have to ride with him, and whenever I rode with him, he would swerve all over the roads. He would hit like little curb spots. We would fly up and go down. It was insane. It was insane, y'all. And then we would get home, and sometimes we would have to go in for the swimming pool with him, and he'd get out of the pool, and he'd start chasing me, and I'd juke him out, and he'd slip. It was hilarious. So I was having so much fun. But, yeah. It says, I saw you at Drake's. I don't even know where Drake's is, but cool. Nice. It says, are you in a cabin or... No, I'm just in a back shed, bro. I'm just enjoying my life, bro. That's all I'm doing. But the reason I bring up that whole entire story is because my parents just got a new Avalon, and they're bringing it home. So now all these memories are going to flood back, and it's going to be absolutely insane. It says, can I swim in deep water? Yes, I can. It says, insane for real, not going to lie. It definitely is. It says, hi, how are you? I'm doing great, y'all. Nice, cool. Phoenix Suns. Okay, cool. It says, hi, how are you? I'm doing good, y'all. But, yeah, also another story, too, about that Avalon. We had, like, a black strip paint deal on it because my dad went and fell out of not him falling out of it, but he went and he was driving down the road at, like, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was super dark, and there was a deer that went and hit the Avalon, so he had to go from a white Avalon to a black, like, bumper deal, and then the rest of it was white. It was hilarious, y'all. I wish I had a picture of it because I'd show it to you on chat, but I really don't have it. If I had it, I would have showed it to you, but, like, the day that Avalon went by, I literally smiled and waved. It was insane. It was actually insane. It says, so scary car. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Have plenty of stories with that one. Plenty of stories with that. Jaquan, the great troller is back. Song Jones, thank you so much for that. It says, hi, Jaquan. Let me see. It says, Scary Larry says, hi. It says, did the deer survive? No, the deer ended up dying. The deer went and popped it, crushed the front side of that car. It was insanity at how bad it was. The dent was like this far into the car. Like, it was terrible. Like, he had to go and get like black, I don't even know what it was anymore. It was like a black paint that had speckled dots on it, and you would run it across. It was something weird. It is brutal. It was brutal. It was insane. And we didn't have any like money to fix it, so it was like, well, shoot, best thing to do, get some paint, you know, and go from there. But yeah, it was brutal. It was insane. Says, I'm a chemistry straight teacher. Like, nice. Was it white and turned black? It says, but why? It says, Walt. Nice. But why? What you mean? But why? But why on what? It says, tell us more. Also about the time where he would go and like he would come home sometime so passed out. Like, it's funny. It's funny, y'all. It says, why are you staring into my soul? I don't know. It says, what, why? Yeah, why? I don't know what you're trying to get at. There was this time that I vividly remember. Me, my sister, my mom always made fun of this. He would go and when he would get super, super drunk, like having 4, 5, or 6 like bottles, he would go, and I'm not even joking. He goes, oh, we're talking about my dad with his inebriated experiences. He would go like this. He would go. He said this right here, y'all. It's so funny. He go, you right? And I was like, like the way he would say it would make me laugh every time, and I'd try not to laugh, and it was so funny. He would be verbally abusive. He'd never be physically abusive. There was only a few times that he was physically abusive, but that was besides the point. But no, verbally abusive is what he was. But I cannot help but laugh at these stories of today, because like I said, y'all, like he would come home sometimes, he'd pass out, he'd trip over his feet. It would just be funny as what it was. It would just be funny as what it is. Like, I mean, it was just funny, y'all. It really was. I look back at it and laugh now. Back then, I wasn't too happy about it, nor was I excited. But now I look back at it, and I have fun stories that I can tell, y'all. I have fun stories I can tell. So, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, yeah, it says, why was 7 afraid of 6? I'm not sure. It says, can you please repeat from the start again? What? Oh, like, for which part? Like, whenever my dad was inebriated? Huh. Let me see here. It says, hello. It says, oh, wait, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine, y'all. Like I said, he's a changed man now. He's a changed man. It says, you're the GOAT, bro. I appreciate that, dude. I've had some times of experiences. I've had my fair share of this life. I really have. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, let me see here. It says 5K shave your head. We might. We'll see. Let me see here. It says, bro, hit the ISO speed face. Try not to laugh. You ain't lying though. Prince, what's up, dude? Prince says, sup. How we doing, Prince? How are we doing, man? I see you're at 1.1K. Love that for you. Love that for you. It says you look 20. You're actually spot on. I turn 20 tomorrow. 20 is, yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. So, yep. I will be turning 20. And yes, that will be the one time a year I ask for donations. Other than that, I am not asking for any other donations. I do not ask for donations or nothing like that. But yes. It says he looks younger than that. Appreciate that. It says, wow, advance happy birthday. Appreciate it, y'all. It says nice, happy early birthday. It says happy birthday, bro. Appreciate it, y'all. If y'all gonna be in the live tomorrow, y'all can tell me tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be great. Yo, Tonya says hi. Says good job on the recent YouTube show. I appreciate that, man. I saw that it had 70K views. I was like, oh my gosh, it was insane. Says happy birthday. Says happy birthday. Appreciate that, y'all. George says hello. He says what's up. It says, he looks young and handsome. I appreciate that, y'all. Got that defined jawline. Still has it. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. We're playing around like that. The silence says hi. It says, can we collab? Ooh. First person to ask that in a while. We shall see, man. We shall see. I'm sure that you could do a collab video on it. It says, you got work tomorrow or no? No, I do not. Thank God. I do not have work tomorrow. It says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I appreciate it. It says, which recent sort? The one that's titled Bullying Baldy. Bro, it has 71,000 views on it. It's insane. Megan says hi. It says, I don't got a lot of subs. That's all right. That's all right. It happens, y'all. It happens. But yes, fun stories with Brandon, especially with that. The only reason why I brought up the Avalon is because, like I said, my parents went to H-Town to go get an Avalon, and they went and they grabbed the Avalon, and they brought it back home, and it's the same color. It's almost the same year model. Like, it's insane. It's insane, y'all. It's insane. It says, you deserve your special day tomorrow. Absolutely. And you know what I'll be doing? I'll be living. It says, can I subscribe? Yes, you can absolutely subscribe. You don't have to ask, man. You can just subscribe. 71K view. Yeah, I know. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh. It says, my birthday is in 8 days, and happy birthday to you, and happy early birthday to you, Megan. We love that. I know, 71K. And on top of that, it has 45,000 plus live views right now in the YouTube Shorts, deal. So guess what? That video actually has over 100,000 views. That is crazy work. I've never in my life had a video hit that much, which is awesome. It says, I'm gonna kiss you. Wow, Bows. Okay. It says, with straight confidence, I'm gonna kiss you. Okay. Let me see here. It says, I did sub, bro. Appreciate that, Reed. Thank you so much. It says, can I subscribe? Yes, you absolutely can. It says, you're welcome. It says, can't wait for the stream tomorrow. I can't either. I'm excited for it. It says, why did you ignore me? What do you mean, why did I ignore you? It says, good mans. All I saw was good mans. I don't ignore people with their comments. It says, early birthday to Megan? Yes. It says, is your name Brandon? No, it's Brandon. Brandon is what it is. I know, right? That's kind of crazy. But hey, we'll let him ride. That whatever. It is what it is. My message look up. I already did, bro. I already read your message. You're just rage baiting. You're trying to rage bait is what you're trying to do. You're literally trying to rage bait. Bro said good mans. Like I said. Bro said good mans. Like, what kind of read is that? Like, good mans. What? He's raging. Yeah, for real. Bob says, lol, hi. What's up, Bob? How we doing, man? Bro, the first thing he's got to put in is triple Ks. Really? Come on, bro. Seriously? Is it the same time live tomorrow or tomorrow? It'll probably be around the same time. If I'm being honest with you, it'll probably be about around 3 o'clock tomorrow. After all the slop videos, I just saw some political stuff and some stupid brain rot videos that scam their children audience. This is going to be kind of wholesome. Have a good one, brother. Wow. It says, hi. It says, I'm in a new type. Look up. I said, what is your most famous short? Oh, my most famous short is the Bullying Baldy. Bullying Baldy has over 71,000 views, which is insane. It says, I might not be able to find you. What do you mean? And it said, hi. It says, I need a Indian country road again. Oh, Lord. Dennis, that does random things, says, hi, what's up? Says, Jesus loves you. Absolutely. It says, bro, why did you ban me? That was my sister speaking for me. I don't care who it was. I'm a ban when I want to ban. Let me see here. It says, I might not be able to find it. Oh, no. You'll be able to find it. Might not be able to find you tomorrow. Just subscribe. Put on post notifications. You'll find me real quick. Dracula says, okay. It says, how many views you average? For a short, on average, I usually average about anywhere from 1K to 1,700, 1,000 to 1,700. Yeah, is what I usually average out to be. Portions and went to 71,000 views. Like, my gosh. Says, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right, my guy. I'm doing all right. I'm doing better than what I usually do. Thank God. And then Megan says, okay. It says, 6 of us has eyes on you right now. Yeah, make that 8. 8 people right now, and that's okay. I done told you why I banned you. Look, you were spamming, you were being dumb. Look, if you spamming being dumb, I'm obviously gonna ban you. Like, let's be so for real. When I get sick and tired of you specifically, Bob, with you specifically with your spam comment deals, I will ban you. I will straight ban you. Says, this is my things being laggy. I can't hear you when I come back. I can't hear you. Yikes. It says, why do you have 6 views? You look like someone who is a famous person. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Thank you so much for that. You from China, Twin? No, I'm not. No, I'm from the United States. It says, I gotta go. Thanks for those funny stories. Sadly, I won't be able to hear too. Sadly, I won't be able to hear more. Yeah, I know. That's a bummer, y'all. It says, I can't hear you. You know what, Dolphin? Say Dolphin. If I see Dolphin in the chat, no, Lizard. Say Lizard. Lizard in the chat if you can't hear me. If you can hear me, put Lizard in the chat. If I see one lizard, if I see one lizard, type lizard in the chat if y'all can hear me. Lizard. I want the word lizard. If you can do the word lizard, y'all can hear me. Type it in, type it in, type it in, type it in. Lizard. See, exactly. And see, there you go. There you go. Y'all can hear. Failed rage bait. Failed rage bait. Failed rage bait. Oh, what did my sister say? Something that ended up annoying me. Yeah, I ended up doing Chinese writings and stuff, so I just deleted it. Says I can hear you. There you go. Yo, Tanya says I subbed. Thank you so much for that. This is El Lizard says I subbed. Thank you so much for that. Says W hair, W drip. Appreciate that. It says you have a great potential. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much for that. It says fail like your hairline. What hairline? I ain't got a hairline, bro. You ain't telling me anything new. It says I sub too. Appreciate that, y'all. I really do. Shout outs to Megan for subscribing. Shout outs to Tanya for subscribing. Thank you so much. It helps out a lot, y'all. It really, really does. Zoe says hi. What's up, Zoe? How we doing? But yeah, I really need to get that. It says I can't believe it. Why would she do that? I wanted someone I knew to speak English to me, right? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Ask her, man. Ask her. I don't know. He has potential. He's handsome. Bro, these people are hilarious, y'all. Y'all really are funny. Y'all are actually funny. Yo, Kai says hi. Says hello. What's up? Yo, John G says I'll subscribe. Shout out to you, John G, for subscribing. Says where are you right now? How many subs until you get money? That's actually a really good question. I mean, I have the subs to get it. I don't have the watch hours. If I would get the watch hours and have like 3,000 watch hours, then I'll get it. Then I'll get it. So within the next 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, I should have it to where I can get money. Hopefully, but I'm not doing it for that, y'all. I'm really not. It says, how are you doing? I'm doing good, y'all. I really can't complain. It says, anyway, what can I do to be rude? My grandma has become grand. My grandma not grand. OMG, a throne has appeared. Oh God, it says Jesus loves you. Absolutely does. I wholeheartedly agree to that. It says, can you say where you are again? I couldn't hear because it did the same thing. I'm at my house. Yo, my little salty star says hi. I like that username. Nice. Let me see here. It says I'm Asian and I admire your looks. Like, wow, white hair. Appreciate that. We're gonna put that in a timeout. We're definitely not doing that. It says Sweet Home Alabama. Love that. It says give me that. Jesus Christ is King. Absolutely. It says starts doing the mouse dance. 100%. Says yo, what's good, G? What up, my guy?
Says that's good. I'll never do it for money. That's what I'm saying. I won't do YouTube for money by no means. Says I'll be back for a little bit. But I'll come back. I promise. You're good. Are you saved, brother? I got the Holy Ghost, my guy. The evidence of speaking in other tongues, yes, by the infilling of the Spirit of God. Yes, absolutely. And I've been baptized in His name too, filled with the Spirit. Yes, I am most definitely in the progression of being saved. Yes, absolutely. It says, are you okay? Just asking. Yes, 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 yes. Because I got a promotion at my job and I got 3 days off. It's fantastic, y'all. My little softy star says, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'll be doing even better if you subscribed. Boom. Says, awesome. Says, can I ask a question? Yes, Wilson. Go ahead. Ask any question you'd like. Welcome to the Golden Arch. Looking for something? McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. But this is okay. Love that. Says you look tired though. Yeah, that's because I got out of a 12-hour shift and a 10-hour shift. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but hey, I'm enjoying myself. Look, y'all, I'm having fun. Yo, Mr. King says yes. It says, who did I vote for? Donald J. Trump. Yes, I know this. Jews like to edit. We love that. It says, my little sausage star says, oof. Yep. I know. Late shifts, y'all. Late shifts. They suck. This is praise the Lord. Yes. Yes, y'all. Anybody who didn't vote for him, I feel so sorry for him. Bro says, amen. Yeah, WWE 2K25. It says, just popped up on my notifications. Love that. It says, I gave a teacher who had a favorite, a finger, and told her I wanted her to die. Yo, K King Drawer says, yo, Brandon, long time no see. What's up, man? Says, you voted for Trump. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It says, sorry, I missed so many lives. You're good. It says, bro, I dare you to say 1738. It says, man, congrats. Appreciate it. It says, yay. It says, we did too. Absolutely. That's what's up. It says, like it's no joke. It says, oops, I accidentally exited the stream. You good, my guy. Or live. You're good. I'm not saying that number. I don't want to say that number. I ain't going to lie to you. Says Bar Zuckerberg, is that you? Give me. There we go. Felt that one. Bro said hallelujah. Mark Zuckerberg, is that you? You know, you're not the first person to say that. It just says my dog is dying. That's a bummer, dude. I hate when dogs die. It says falling in love again. My head drowns in blood until it spurts out. I don't know what that means, but okay, bud. Okay, sure. As soon as I can figure out how to do a subathon, y'all, we are gonna do a subathon. Like, we are actually gonna do a subathon. Like, for real, for real. Are you Kyle from South Park? Wow. That's a new one. No marking, you know, I don't do that. It says, why is your dog dying? Yeah, for real, that's my question. Why is your dog dying? Question, what's your question, marking? What you got, bro? Go ahead, ask away, my guy. Ask away. Says I gotta go to sleep, see you. Says okay, good. Did you watch the Super Bowl? I know that the Seahawks won, and I was not bandwagoning y'all. I've always said Seahawks have been my favorite. Seahawks should have won many Super Bowls ago. It says I like cats. It says, do you like cars? I do like cars. Cars are nice. Should I say the N word in the live? I mean, you can, but you're gonna get banned real quick, bro. It says I like dogs. It says it was a blowout. It was. It says guess my age. It says I like eagles. Yeah, eagles aren't bad. It says dogs understand us better. Yes, they do. That's scary. Hilarious. Says Brandon. It was good, bro. Markin, what's your age, bro? What is your age, my guy? I don't know, bro. I'm gonna guess 14. I don't know. You don't even have a profile picture for me to see. Bro, says let's go, Brandon. It says pick BMW or Mercedes. Mercedes, bro. It says what's in my fave? Ford GT40. By all means, Ford GT40. I love a Ford GT40. Bro said yes. No, it says I am under 15. I said 14. Mark, you sound like you're 11. It says C300 is the best, not gonna lie. Porsche or McLaren? McLaren, y'all. I'm picking a McLaren for sure. This is for centuries. Under 11. How about 8? Can you give me a shout out? It's because this is my alt, but I don't use my main account anymore. Sure, shout outs to Kolaski and Greeny. Shout outs to you. Lamborghini, McLaren all the way, y'all. It says I saw Brent TV at a gas station and was surprised and delighted. Nice. It says over 8, 9. Lamborghini all the way. I'm picking McLaren, y'all. It says I'm 10. And bro, I have an excuse where I can never mean what I say exactly. Bro, I have an issue where I can never mean what I say exactly. It's hilarious. 10. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy. Ferrari or Lambo? Ferrari. Can't stand Lamborghinis. Yeah, that's insane. I'm becoming 10 this year. Wow. Got a lot of 10s in these chats. Yeah, we're going to have to remove them comments. But yeah, dude, that's crazy. It says I have a joke. What you got, bro? Let me see here. It says, yeah, Lambo is too loud and not even fast. Only 500 HP and Ferrari has 700, and it's not even loud. Exactly. That's my point. It says, if I spam, it's because I'm late and you haven't read it. Oh, okay. It says, bro, what are 10-year-olds doing here? No, I'm kidding. No, like, I can understand there being, like, a few 10-year-olds, but like if they overcome and take over the chat, I'd be asking the same question, like, bro, what? Like, how many 10-year-olds do we even have in this chat? Like, bro. It says, can I tell you a joke? Yes, I already said yes. It says, what's good, bro? It's been a while, bro. So, Joseph, how we doing, my guy? Yo. Hey, them. It says, what's good, gang? How are we doing, my guys? Says, I'm new. Since you're new, I just read chats, bro. And after I read chats, I just do a lot of YouTube shorts, and that's it. Says, I thought I was young, but... but a 10, yo. Yeah, I know, right? It says, can I speak Turkish? No, I cannot. It says, knock, knock. Yo, Caden says, I subs. Shout outs to Caden for subscribing. It says, who's there? Says I subs. Yo, Hatham says yeah. It says, but I gotta go. I'll like and subscribe. Shout outs to you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who are subscribing, y'all. Appreciate that. I really do. It says, want a secret? Yeah, what you got, bro? What's your secret? Go brighten my day. Russ is me. Am I begging for you? Am I bugging you? No, you're not bugging me, bro. Says, Larry, is that you? A meme cat? Guess what? What? I mean, yeah, I mean, like, half of them are, but, like, it's like, I just don't want them to overcome the live stream, you know what I mean? He says, yet again, I'm here watching watching your entertaining live when I'm supposed to be studying Brennan. Why are you doing this to me, bro? That's your choice, bro. I'm telling you. Back in my days, we rode dinosaurs, bro. That would be so much fun. Says, yo, dog looks cool. Appreciate that. But yeah, you're not lying, bro. Like half of them are minors. You're not wrong. I love Jack's Rabbit. Okay, shout outs to you. I used to look up at you, Caden. Okay. Alright, now you're trolling. Yo, Scotland's final boss says, what's up? Says, what the dog doing? No joke, y'all. No joke. Says, why are the messages held for review? Because most likely it's spam. Most likely it's spam or whatever the case may be with the dog. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for the subscriptions, y'all. Thank you so much for having 13 in chat. That's crazy. Crazy work. This is what the dog says, bro. This is the dog who's eating 10 glasses. Love that. Love that. But yeah, y'all, as soon as I can figure out how to do a subathon, I will do it. Caden says, happy birthday. Y'all, bro, my birthday's tomorrow. Whoa! I'm excited about it. Anakin. Definitely going Anakin. Says I saw that too. Yeah, y'all. But yes, tomorrow's my birthday. Woo! And tomorrow will be the only time that you will ever hear me ask for any kind of donations on my birthday. Other than that, you will not have me ask for any kind of donations, none whatsoever. It'll be the buy me a coffee. You can get that. You can support me that way, and that's about it. But you can still do it on my birthday, which would be fantastic if y'all could do that. If you have the finances to do so. If you don't, I will be more than happy with a happy birthday comment and kind words, because I will definitely need those. Yo, Angelique says hello. It says, where's your dog? Inside. Says advance happy birthday. Appreciate that, y'all. Birthday's tomorrow, so we gotta do it, y'all. Says the dog is with me, guys. Absolutely, y'all. Says, where am I from? I'm from Texas. United States of America, yes. Excuse me. USA, 100%. The doggy's cute. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yes. The doggo is cute. Yo, Ken's says, hello, I'm back. What's up? Kenzie's back. I'm sorry, I meant to say that. It says, y'all, I'm back because I'm bored. Nice. Appreciate that. It says, child of chair says, hi. Says, who are you, Ken? Says, happy birthday. Appreciate that, y'all. I really can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic day. Says, are you going to be live tomorrow? 100%. 100% I'll be live tomorrow. Bro, Aiden says, can you give it ooh, please? I'll give sub. Like, what the heck? Let's see. It says, oh, wait, I just realized I had something. See you tomorrow. Happy birthday. You're good, bro. Aiden says, yay, yay. Says, bro, I don't want to watch this live, so peace out, guys. Appreciate it, dude. Have a good one. But yeah, y'all are definitely something else, y'all. Y'all really are. Have I ever smoked weed? No. Says I subbed. You did say you will. Bro says God bless you, bye. Bro says why not? Why do I want to, bro? That's straight chemicals into my mind and into my heart and my lungs. Why would I want to do that? Says this is a challenge. Bro says this is a challenge. But yeah, y'all. We got something else. But yes, it says, are you in jail? No, I am not. Bro says they. It says, cause it makes you look cool. Yeah, I know. I don't care if it makes me look cool, bro. I'd rather live than die at the age of 32. Oh my gosh. But yes, y'all, with that being said, I'm not gonna lie to you. Tomorrow's the birthday, y'all. Tomorrow we gonna be live. So with that being said, yo, SR of Vietnam. Shout outs to you. Yeah, weed overdosing can be rough, I heard. Yeah, for real, no joke. Yo, since you're new, I just read comments, bro, and I also do a lot of shorts, but you caught me at the very end of this. It says, can you allow me to talk? But yeah, this is Michael Grow Up. But yeah, y'all, with that being said, thank you so much for the subscriptions and everything else. And thank you in advance for the donos that is coming our way for tomorrow, especially for tomorrow. I hope y'all take care. Y'all have yourself a good one. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all take care, and y'all have a blast.